Well, a very good afternoon to you all on the sixth day of the extension of our national lockdown in South Africa. My name is Mark Long, rector of the parish of St Andrews in Newlands, Cape Town. Our Eucharistic readings today, the one is from Acts chapter 5 and the other from John 3. Acts chapter 5 has the apostles being arrested by the high priest and the Sadducees and thrust into jail. A miracle happens in the morning when they go to collect them and bring them before the council. They're discovered to, in fact, be back in the temple. They have escaped prison. The guards are still there. The doors are still locked. It's a miracle. As a child, I was always quite intrigued by the story. And I guess as a child, didn't really know much difference between magic and miracles. As an adult, I still love the story. Largely because now it just confounds me. I love to know how things work, and there's just no way of really explaining that particular story, except that the purposes of God are being worked out in a particular time and place. The reading from John chapter 3 this morning is that well-known passage from John 3:16, or it begins with that God effectively sent his Son into the world that we may know life, that we may not perish, and that in accepting what God is doing, that we may receive eternal life. It's a wonderful verse. It's one I think that has encouraged many people over a multitude of times and places and experiences. But also for me, it's a verse that on many levels is confounding. What does it mean in the context of a world in which we face the pandemic and the impact of the coronavirus COVID-19 upon us? What does life mean in a space where, in fact, our humanity is on many levels quite threatened by it? Not in terms of total devastation, but just in terms of the devastation of life in this particular time. What does that mean for us? I think being confounded is not a bad thing. It's certainly what keeps me coming back for more. It's the paradox of faith. It's that challenging space of faith that is so important. And it's a case of just really trusting that in the midst of everything, as much as one tries to understand, seeks to understand, does understand, that there are aspects of life that we will never truly hold on to. For me, faith and golf have some similarities. It always confounds me how one can hit a beautiful tee shot off one tee and on the next hole fluff the shot completely. One green managed to fluff a 2-foot putt, and on the next managed to sink a 20-foot putt. It is confounding. It just doesn't necessarily have any easy explanation. And if, like me, you like to know, you like to understand, it can be difficult. But I also have to acknowledge that as much as I like to understand things, as soon as I do, I grow bored and I move on. And perhaps that's part of what relationship with God, what our faith offers, certainly me, and perhaps you as well, is that there is always this element of mystery that needs to be continuously explored. And it would seem that whether it is life, whether it is relationship with God, relationship with each other, mystery remains. And for me, it's something that always keeps me in touch, keeps me involved, keeps me committed. So blessings on you all on this day. May we continue to be confounded. May we continue to have the courage to explore that which is mystery.